It's so great to be back. I am a graduate of Owensboro High School. Our entire family went through the Owensboro public school system. I'm a 1970 graduate, and I tell you, walking through the school, it was honestly very humbling after more than 40 years of graduating to still see my name here on the wall at Owensboro High School. Unfortunately, it wasn't for an honor. It's where I spray painted it on the side of Rash Stadium, but it is still there, and that was important to me. I am so honored to be part of the presentation this morning, and I know that you're honored by how we begin today. We're going to ask everyone to please stand for our national anthem and the presentation of colors. You know, the presentation of the colors are by our own junior ROTC class, and they'll come out in just a moment, and then we're going to have the singing of the national anthem. And many of you probably know this, but our own Faust elementary teacher, formerly of the Owensboro Middle School, he's actually a computer technician. Steve pushes all the buttons. Steve Bridgman was invited to sing the national anthem here, and as soon as it was announced that he was going to sing the national anthem here, immediately he got a call from Los Angeles and was asked to sing the national anthem in Los Angeles at the Lakers Mavericks basketball game way back in April. And he sang in front of over 20,000 people. That was the same night, I think, that Shaq's jersey was retired. Shaq came over and shook hands with Steve, I understand as well. And he told me that he's more nervous about singing today than in Los Angeles because he knows all of you. So, following his rendition, let's give him a big Red Devil thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, he does deserve it. Our junior ROTC with the presentation of colors. Gentlemen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Let's hear it for Steve. Thank you, Stephen, and let's have a nice round of applause for our junior ROTC presentation of colors. Please be seated. Thanks for coming today. I know you've got a big day coming up here. Actually, a big week coming up as you begin school. Excuse me, it's the Good News phone. Do you know about this? Just a moment. Good morning, this is the Good News phone. Well, that is good news. Thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have very good news today. It's his first time at this podium, but certainly not the first time in an educational institution. He's already been recognized by the Messenger and Inquirer for some innovative ideas he's bringing to the school system. Please join me in welcoming our new superintendent, Dr. Nick Brake. Come up here. Where is it? Where you go? Hey, Nick, it's you. Doug, you're up.
Thank you. Thank you, Kirk. Thanks to all of you. I appreciate the very warm welcome. And Kirk, I was one of those folks that sat there on a beautiful Saturday afternoon and watched you do the All-America City presentation. And of course, Kirk led the charge. Where was it? Oklahoma City or Denver? Yes. And of course, Owensboro named an All-America City. So we have an All-American here, not only in here as a city, but also in our midst. I'm very honored and proud to be here today talking with you as the superintendent. This is a really, really great school system. And it's a really great school system because of all of you. So please thank yourselves. Give yourselves a round of applause. And it's also a really great school system because we have a very committed and a very focused Board of Education. And I'm pleased to recognize and introduce a couple of them that are here today. I know our chair, Nancy Eskridge, is here. Nancy. And I see Kate Lozon, who's sitting right next to Nancy. Thank Kate. And somewhere here among all of our talented staff is Dan Griffith, who is a third member of our Board of Education who's trying to hide from us. There's Dan. And also not able to be here today is our Vice Chair, John Blaney, and Steve Knight. Both of them had things going on and couldn't make it. But again, I thank them for their commitment and for their focus and all that we have done and all that we will continue to do in this tradition of excellence here at OPS. And it's a little overwhelming to walk into an institution that has 150, almost 150-year-old roots, 1871. And you know, I'm a Red Devil rookie, you can see from my shirt. I'm one of the first-year folks, and I know we've got some others. They'll be introduced here later on. But coming here, I'm here for a month, and I've had a 10-year relationship as a parent with this school system, but I didn't grow up here. I grew up in the Cincinnati area. My family was sort of an education-oriented family. My dad taught at a university for a while. My mom was a cafeteria manager at the elementary school I attended. So I kind of grew up in a school environment. And I've worked at one of the other high schools here for a while, and at one of the other central offices, and at the community college here. So I've been around the education world. I want to make sure that we clear up the fact that from head to toe, though, I am red and black. So, head to toe. No problems with that. I'll continue to proudly wear the red and black, and I want to relate to you. You know, I've been here for 20 years now, so this is really home. And I've worked a good bit as I've said, in the education world and on a community perspective. And, you know, my introduction, I want to talk a little bit to you today about my introduction to this school system. It occurred in 1991 when I was here fresh out of college. And I was actually coaching against a guy named Dale Poole. Dale, raise your hand there. Dale is actually the first person I met from OPS. And the interesting thing, I've come to know and to really admire Dale and all that he represents for this school system, but it dawned on me that 20 years ago, I really started to understand the essence of what this district was about. When I see that team huddle, and you've probably gone to games and heard or seen at practice where Dale gets the group together at the end of every practice or before every game, and he asks the question, why are we here? And the student athletes all answer, to love one another. And Dale asks the question, why is Coach here? And they all say, to love us. And the more I start reflecting, as I started, you know, being awestruck by the tradition, by everything that I saw in this school system 20 years ago, that really is the core. And gradually, I started meeting more people, started hanging around more events, and of course, 10 years ago, my kids started to attend school, so I saw it from the elementary school perspective. I began to see it from the middle school perspective. And as I've worked in the community, I saw it in other coaches. I saw it in red curtain players. I saw it in the way the buildings and grounds are kept. That it's a core commitment, a passion for the kids. And I haven't seen that kind of passion, that kind of core commitment of love and concern for every kid anywhere else that I've visited or any other school system that I've been affiliated with. It really is, I think, the essence of who we are. It's a commitment to educating the whole child, focusing on their creativity, focusing on the inner soul, really, of how we bring a kid up in our school system and in our community. When we say, the screen hides it, but when we say we are Owensboro, when I hear it at the basketball games from that cheering section, when I see it in the face of Joe Prince on the sidelines, or when I see it in the intensity of Carolyn Greer, or when I see it at the Hager Preschool with the commitment of the folks there, I really see that core care and concern. We are a school system that expects excellence from every kid every day. That's our commitment, that's our tradition, regardless of race, regardless of socioeconomic status or family background. And I've heard this as I've sat in front of scores of you. I've tried to get out and meet with various groups of people in the month before I started and then in the month since I've been on the job. And I've heard loud and clear this core commitment from everyone. So, as someone who's assuming this awesome responsibility and this honor to lead in this great school system, I want you to know that as the leader in me, which is a great program, by the way, that we're starting in several of our schools this year, as the leader in me, I will work hard every day to uphold that tradition and make the same commitment that so many of you have made to our kids over the years. The leader in me will also pledge openness and transparency in all that we do to support the schools in this district. We'll communicate on a two-way basis, and we'll focus a lot on core values like trust for the future of the schools that we have. That's such an important part of educating students, is having those core values. I know that people make the entire difference in this and any school system. Education is a people business, and I will always have the utmost respect for what each of you do to fulfill our mission in creating successful students. So I want to take this opportunity today, because I probably won't have the opportunity to talk to everybody at one point again, maybe until next year, to say thank you to each of you for what you do every day with every kid in this school district. Please, again, give yourselves a round of applause. Thank you. Now, those of you that know me and have known me from the early days of my career, I know that I'm a teacher at heart. I loved the classroom when I was a teacher at the high school level and at the college level. As superintendent, I will stay very focused on the big picture of our school district, and that's what happens in the classroom with students and their learning. That is the learning. The learning is the core of what we are and what we're about at OPS. The end game for every adult sitting here is to create a community of learners. Whether that community of learners is in the school, whether it's on the football team or in the theater or in the band or Red Steel. Boy, they've packed up and gone. Where'd they go? Let's give a hand to Red Steel, by the way. Thank you, Aaron Clausing. Where are you, Aaron? Thank you. That's a community of learners right there. So the end game is creating that community of learners. Help develop a passion for learning, and our kids will not ever cease to grow. That's a huge, huge part of what we do. We as adults make all the difference in the world for what happens with our kids. Now, I know that you know, and I know that a lot of our kids come with a lot of baggage. And sometimes when you actually stop and think about it or hear the stories, the baggage will absolutely drive you to tears. It will absolutely just weigh you down. And in some cases, it'll make you get to the point where, man, I can't really expect this out of this kid today. They have so much going on. The best commitment I think we can make out of love and concern for the kids that we work with every day is to check that baggage at the door. And to, whether you want to call it tough love or whether you want to call it high expectations, to expect those students, baggage or no baggage, to perform at the highest level possible. Because once again, going back to that core, expecting excellence from every kid every day. It's what we're about. It is our 150-year tradition of excellence. You see it on our marquees. You see it on our stationery. It is, we are Owensboro, expecting excellence from every kid every day. Thanks again for the warm welcome, and I wish everyone here the best of luck through this school year. And I hope you enjoy the rest of our program. I'm going to turn it back over to Kirk.
Thank you. Dr. Nick Prate. Thanks, Nick. Thank you, Nick. You know, ladies and gentlemen, something that is not new, excuse me just a moment, another good news phone. Good morning. This is the good news phone. It's always good news. Don't you wish you had one of these in your rooms? Right. Yeah, I'm sorry, go ahead. Well, that is good news. Thank you. Owensboro Middle School, you probably know this already. They have been named an Apple Distinguished School, one of only 78 in the world. Who's here from Owensboro Middle? Stand up here. That is good news. Go, girl. When I was in the 8th grade at Southern Junior High School, my history book was called Exploring Kentucky, and it was written by Dr. Lee Kirkpatrick. My grandfather was the superintendent of the public school system in Paris, Kentucky, from 1918 until 1953. So I have an appreciation for education, including taking that test on exploring Kentucky. You know, when your grandfather writes the history book you're studying, you better do pretty well. But it goes further than that. Both of my sisters, Maybeth and Patty, both had an extensive career in education, teaching as an administrative assistant and also as a teacher, helping students that fell through the crack get their GEDs. It was the tradition in excellence that they received here that inspired them to do what they did in their career. You will be inspiring students, many of which you won't recognize as being inspirational until well after they graduate. I'm a good example of that. And I urge you to, carry on that first how many people are new teachers? New this year? Good. Because you need that experience. I understand that the first 3 years of teaching are the most challenging, and this is true across the world. For school districts, you provide these forums and necessary resources that make this a community effort because you can't do it yourself. You need to do it as a group. That's how I came out so excited about being able to learn, not just being knowledgeable, but being able to learn because of the inspiration that I received here as well. I want to thank you for all of those lives you'll be changing, because you will be changing them, and mine was one of them. Well, our next guest is no stranger to you, or more good news. Hold on just a second. Good morning. This is the Good News phone. Well, that is good news. That's great news. I love that. Ladies and gentlemen, the Rose Curtain Players won the Best Southeastern Theater Conference #1 award. They were the best out of any high school that included 10 states. Let's hear it for the Rose Curtain Players. I'm an alumni. Who's here? I wasn't a basketball player, and we didn't have soccer, and I sure wasn't a football player. But I found a home at OHS with the Rose Curtain Players, and had a teacher that also took time out during his day to be the drama coach. Bob Godthab was his name, and he turned a play into a production, and I think helped set the foundation for what the Rose Curtain Players enjoy today, which is a significant virtually regionally known theater operation. The plays are great. I think that's fun, had a good time. But what it taught me, because I wasn't the member of any other team, was to be a member of the team, how important it was to depend on other people and that they depended on you. A couple of my co-stars, if you will, I was just in the chorus the first couple of years, went on to do theater. But most of them went on to do life. And what they learned at the Rose Curtain Theaters, they took with them. After my first year at Rose Curtain Theaters, Bob Godthab, our theater director, encouraged me to do more. So 3 of us took off that summer for summer stock. And one of us had to leave early because she became so good, she went on to become a star in Days of Our Lives, went on to become Miss Kentucky in 1970, and is now one of the vice presidents at Procter & Gamble. Cynthia Bostic is just one success story of many of my friends that went on from where they were encouraged to be themselves. We couldn't be in the play if we didn't make our grades, but that was another reason to do so. So it means a lot to me to be here, and I'd like to introduce now the liaison for the Owensboro Public School System for the Foundation of Excellence. Please welcome Chris Gaddis. Chris. Hello, buddy. Welcome up, buddy.
I know what's going through your mind. Do not give Gaddis a microphone because we're extending this meeting much longer, but I promise to make this quick. But first of all, let's give another big hand to our brand new superintendent busting out a t-shirt today. Awesome look. Thank you all for being here. Let me quickly remind you that the Public School Foundation, or the Foundation for Excellence, is a benevolent arm or an extension to our classroom, to our staff and students. I'm here to happily report today that including last year, our employee donations exceeded over exceeded over 24% of all of our employees participating. Now, the national average, Dr. Brake, is about 16% of employees in a school district across the country participate in their own school foundation. We had 26.5% of our employees last year that participated, and hopefully you'll consider doing that again. Later on today, you're going to be receiving an email from me. Once it's been approved by our finance office, Faye, I sent that to you just a little bit ago. I don't know why you haven't gotten it approved yet. And we would ask for you to consider either giving a one-time donation or participating in our payroll deduction. Now, I can promise you, regardless of which way you choose, every dollar that is donated by a staff member of the Owensboro Independent School District goes directly back to mini grants. The Foundation Board presently is accepting applications for those grants and will do so through August the 12th. You have received a couple of emails, teachers, from Ms. Sawansky. Please respond to those. She may send out another reminder prior to the 12th of August. If you've got an innovative idea, but you need funding to execute that idea, the foundation is there to help. Since they have started giving many grants, they have given over $56,000 back to classroom teachers and students for these innovative projects. Projects like supplying handbells to the Newton Parish Choir, projects like funding the garden project at Faust Elementary School, or projects like funding special needs programs for Miss Amy Cavett Harper's classroom here at the high school. A huge big project by putting $5,000 in the hands of Cravens Elementary School 6 years ago to bring a resident artist in for the entire year. Those are the things, on top of many digital technology initiatives that the foundation has done. They've done it through your dollars. Not one penny of your money goes for any administrative cost whatsoever. Every dollar that comes in goes right back out in grants. So that grant process is going on right now. So if you've got an idea, respond to that email, because this is the time that you can get some money without working really hard to do that. Now, I've mentioned that you can do payroll deduction, and I've mentioned that you could give a one-time gift. What I haven't mentioned is where you can possibly find that money to do so. Well, let me just give you an idea. If you're like me and you have a student, a child of your own that's in the Owensboro Public Schools, preschool through middle school, thanks to a great innovative federal food service program, our students are not going to have to pay for lunch this year. Awesome. We always hear stories about children getting their lunch money stolen. Well, I'm encouraging you to steal your child's lunch money and possibly earmark a few of those dollars to pay it forward, to bring that gift back to the school district, to help a child, to help a classroom teacher in a really unique initiative. So think about that when you get that foundation form emailed to you. If you happen to be one of those families that's going to benefit from this lunch program, what a great way to redirect your dollars and pay it forward by donating a portion of that to the Owensboro Public School Foundation. My last words of encouragement for a great school year. You know, there's a slogan from one of our well-known funeral homes in Owensboro that says, "How would you like your story to be told?" Well, we lost a very, very unique school teacher last week that taught in this building for 27 years. I can promise you what his story is and how his story is being told. So when you go into those classrooms this year, start thinking about how you would like your story to be told. And I know you'll make us very proud. Thank you all very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Chris Gaddis, for urging us to steal money from our children. We appreciate that inspirational. No, of course. Chris does a great job for the foundation, and more importantly, the foundation does a great job for the school system, and we all appreciate what you do there. If I could, I have one more personal story that I think would be appropriate. Just a moment. Good News Phone. Good morning. This is the Good News Phone. We just heard about the free lunches for kindergarten through 8th grade. That is good news. Didn't know that. That's good news. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, not only good food service, look at who we have serving the food. Diane Schindler just won the top state award. Diane, where are you? Congratulations. Cookies for everyone. Diane. That is good news, Diane. It's the beginning of the school year, 1998. And a young sophomore, actually a senior, comes to school. There's some new equipment at OHS. They now have not only announcements, but they have TV here, a little TV closed circuit system. So one of the teachers, we call them teachers, that's what you kind of do. But then how about all the other things you do? Like all of the help with all of these other organizations that are part of it. Well, that's what Tom Cox did. He was a teacher, but he agreed to come in early. He thought it'd be a good idea for these young kids to do the announcements on TV. And so this little girl wanted to do that. Came in early, stayed late to write the next script for the next morning, ran the camera, wrote, also was on camera, and left OHS in 1998. But Mr. Cox must have ignited something in her, because when she went to the University of Kentucky, she kind of remembered how encouraged she was by Mr. Cox and how enjoyable that work was. She enjoyed doing that work. So she ended up getting a degree in broadcast journalism at the University of Kentucky. As an OHS graduate, she thought she wanted to go into broadcast journalism. So she actually asked me my thoughts. And I said, well, that's a great idea. Why don't you start in Paducah and work your way on up? She said, that's a bad idea. I'm going to go to New York. So it's a pretty big jump, young lady. She went to New York. She was a co-producer for Court TV, then worked as a producer and an on-air person for MSNBC. Then, because she knew how important education was, thanks to Mr. Cox, she left New York to go to Northwestern to get her graduate degree at the Medill School of Journalism. She did that in 1 year, then worked for ABC television in Charleston, South Carolina for 3 years, and this morning she's anchoring the news on WHAS TV in Louisville, one of the top 40 markets in the entire United States. And the reason I'm excited about it is because she's my daughter, Kelsey Starks. So You know, Kelsey, can you hear him? It all started here because of one of you all that inspired them, that encouraged them, that ignited that interest in what they wanted to do. They don't know what they really want to do, and by exposing them to a little of everything, they can help you have helped them find them. Now, she came back just a year ago to speak to some journalism students here. It's always nice to have somebody from at least that generation, I guess, talk to them. But that type of success began here in the Owensboro public school system. She'll be the first one to tell you that, and she is very, very proud to be part of the tradition of excellence, and I'm as proud of her as she is of OHS. We have some very special people that we want to recognize, our new teams at the different schools. And before we wrap up, I'll ask Dr. Brake to come up and introduce them. Dr. Brake. Thank you. Do you have the lid?
I have it somewhere. Thank you, Kirk. Promise that we'll get you out of here early today so that you can enjoy. Ah, there it is. Thank you. I think we're going to have the principals of every school come down and do a very quick introduction of all of the Red Devil rookies, not only the new teachers, but all new staff that are working in the buildings. So I might just take it who comes first here. Start with Jimmy Ledan at Cravens.
Right. We're excited to have on the new Cravens team and the Owensboro Public Schools teams Ann Michael Hamilton, Taylor Grable,
Just wave hello. There you are.
Ashley Hatcher, Michelle Simon, Julie Carwile, Vicki Belcher, Cassie Lashley, and Crystal Lindsay.
Now, Janie Mosley from Faust.
Well, as usual, I can't top Jimmy. He replaced half his staff. I have Tammy Kirby back with us in our lunchroom. We welcome Tammy. And a new teacher to Faust Elementary, Amber Brown, who will be teaching second grade. We're glad to have her.
I'm Sherry Baber with Hager Preschool, and we want to welcome two new teachers this year. We have Holly Davis and Natasha Staples.
My name's Steve Bratcher, and I'm principal at Newton Parish Elementary. And thank you. We have one staff member that's new joining us, and it's Tina Kirk, a KWC graduate.
Okay, at Estes Elementary, we have a lot of new staff that we are going to recognize today. We have Jessie Frizzell, guidance counselor. Katie Ellis, kindergarten teacher. Elizabeth Aitchen, music teacher. Meredith Anderson, cafeteria. And Bethany Lingerfelt, third grade teacher. Jessica Thrasher, first grade teacher. And Robin Wheeler, health tech. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Diana Johnson from Sutton Elementary, and we have three new staff members to recognize. Miss Emily Brown, kindergarten teacher. Miss Casey Zahn, first grade teacher. And Miss Jennifer Reith will be a special ed instructional assistant.
Hi, I'm George Powell, principal of Owensboro Middle School. We have several new staff members that we'd like to introduce. First of which is Brandon Dukes, 7th grade language arts teacher. Rob Durham, who is a instructional assistant. Ricky Humphrey, 8th grade language arts. Jane Jin, who's come all the way from China to teach Chinese this year. Caitlin Jones, 6th grade language arts. Sean Keister, who'll be teaching health at the middle school. Caitlin Merrick, 8th grade math. Caitlin Reyes, teaching Spanish. Katie Mischel, also teaching Spanish. And Enid Roach, art teacher.
I'm Mike West, principal of Seven Hills Alternative School, and we have 2 new teachers. Miss Melissa Wilson will be teaching special ed, and Mr. Burns Mackey will be teaching science for us. Thank you.
I'm Anita Burnett, principal here at Owensboro High School. I'd like to introduce our new staff. Abe Barr will be the high school band director. Abe, please stand. Elena Gant will be teaching science. Aaron Gish will be teaching math. Todd Martin will be teaching English. First Sergeant Everett Stone will be one of our JRTC instructors. Natalie Martin will be a Media Center clerk. Kathy Miller will be a special ed instructional assistant. And I don't know if he's here today, but Nathan Francis will also be a special ed instructional assistant.
Hi, I'm Nancy Eskridge, and I'm chairman of the Board of Education. And one of the newbies you have not been introduced properly to is, and we're very proud of, is our newbie superintendent, Dr. Nick Brake.
Thank you, Madam Chair. It's always interesting when you have an unscripted board, but I do appreciate the warm welcome. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Well, we're ready to wrap up, but we have some prizes and gifts to give away. Some numbers here. I can tell you, it sounds like our next generation of students are in great hands with a group like this. I am very excited about the new teachers and the ones that are bringing so much experience back to the public school system. Thank you all. Okay. Now, you want to do the top 5, or you
want to do some thank yous?
Yes. Okay.
So everybody's finding their ticket stubs that they got from the football team. Let me say a few thank yous while everybody's locating those tickets and getting ready to look at the numbers that Kirk is going to draw. First of all, I want to find my thank you list.
Did I take it?
I think you did. Thank you. It's like first day of school up here. I want to again thank the ROTC folks for being here and doing the introduction or presentation of colors. Thanks to Steve Bridgman again, and to Red Steel for playing as we were walking in today, very upbeat and happy. I want to thank the football team for being here. Please, let's give them a round. And we wish them, of course, the best of luck, as we do with all of our fall sports. And I'd also like to compliment and thank Ms. Burnett, having to have this school ready for visitors a little bit earlier than all the other buildings. So thank you for that, and her whole team, I know, did that as well. So thank you, Anita. You've probably been aware that we've tried to communicate a lot, and one of the ways that we're doing that is Facebook. And Dave Kirk is monitoring Facebook probably as we speak, because we are ever so close to having 1,000 likes on that site. And we have a special prize if you are the 1,000th. So I know that that's going to probably be a real challenge here as everybody reaches for their phone and goes to try to be the 1,000th like. But in the meantime, I think Kirk is going to draw some prizes.
Well, that's right, and thank you. We are, but before we draw, we have two special things. First of all, I usually have a top 5 list that I bring along with me to situations like this, and I thought you would appreciate seeing my top 5 vacation pictures from summer vacation. I got to go a lot of different places and found, well, what I consider the top 5. So here are my top 5 summer vacation pictures. Number 5, don't know if you can read this. It says to go left, make 3 right turns. That was in Kentucky. A physics teacher could figure that out, but I thought. Number 4, the promised land was closed. I was very sorry to see that. I had planned on getting there, but that was number 4. Our number 3, this was in Texas. That's an ice cream truck that has melted. This was how, can you see that very well? It was hot that day. And the number 2 vacation picture, this sign at my hotel, it said, please be aware that the balcony is not on the ground level. In case you jumped over the railing, surprise, I guess. And my number 1 picture, you know this place. I loved Mount Rushmore, but if you go on the other side, here's the other picture of this. Hit it again. That's on the back. Have you seen that? You have to go to the other side of the mountain there, kind of. But I wanted to share my top 5 vacation pictures with you. Now, we are going to draw, but we want to have our fight song sung first. So we bring out all the new teachers. Who comes out here for this? Or just Matt Constant and Tom Stites. Now I want to ask them, who knows what the name of the fight song is? Who knows what the real name is? Anybody? Am I the only person in the building? The name of the song, do you know what the name is? Who knows? Who is this? What's the name of the fight song? It's called the Washington and Lee Swing. Did you know that? You know how I knew that? Because that's where I went to college, is Washington and Lee University. And when I got there, I said, hey, they stole our high school song. Every time they would play it. It's got a great tradition too, so we'll turn it over to the pro to sing the fight song. Okay?
No, got to have some help. Last Friday we had new teacher orientation, and they are so excited that their initiation today is to sing the fight song for you. All Red Devil rookies, come down here, please. Including Dr. Brake right here. Come on down, come on down. I am taking roll. Let's go, come on. I've told him to memorize it. Let's give a hand to all of our brand new teachers. Mr. Stites, we need our leader. Come on down, Mr. Stites. Y'all ready? Can y'all do this? Okay, first we're just going to watch and see how they do, and then we're going to judge them, and then we'll invite audience participation. I'll just hand the mic to Dr. Brake, our brand new superintendent, and he will lead us in the fight song. All right, what do we think about that? I think they really need some help. Everybody stand up, let's do it again. Let's help them out.
That's a good idea.
Turn up the music.
Yay! Thank you all. That's the low light, right, of your music.
Thank you.
I was going to give you the name of the number 1,000 on Facebook.
Oh, no. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner. Before we even get to these, we have 1,000 friends on Facebook, and it was Adam Pryor. Where, Adam, come on down. You've won a new car. I'm sorry, what did they win? I'm sorry, I got a new car. It's a Great Harvest gift certificate. I get those confused. Car, gift certificate, right. Okay, now, are we drawing 37 numbers? Is that right? We have 35. Here's the gift certificates and the prizes. We have 35 $10 gift certificates and 2 grand prizes of mini iPads. So that gets you excited. Okay, so we're going to draw the numbers. We will ask you, if we call your number, don't come down yet, just yell that we know you're here. After all 37 numbers have been called, you can come down and get your prize, okay? And it's Ramel. What is your name again?
Ramel Bowman.
Ramel is going to be pulling your name out. Let's hear it for Ramel. Here we go. Now, Ramel, you keep track of how many numbers, okay? Our first number, and I'm just going to do all of them start with 0, 1, 2. Well, this one does. So here we go. 0, 1, 2, 8, 9, 4. We have a winner. David Johnson has the gift certificates, and Ramel is keeping count. 0, 1, 2, 7, 6, 7. 0, 1, 0, 9, 3, 1. We have an okay woo. Give her a $5 certificate, okay? Here we go. 0, 0, 9, 7, 9, 9. Oh, we got it right. 009848. Yay, there we go. A delayed yay, that works. 011717. Yes. He raised his hand. That's as good as we're going to get from 009878. Oh, we have some losers and a winner. Okay. 009727. We have a woo right here. Okay. 011803. Oh, was that good or bad? Oh, that was bad. Who's good? Who has that number? 011803. Let me check and see if that's my number. What? Okay, we have to disqualify my number. Yeah, we have a winner right here. Could you yell again, please, ma'am? We didn't. I said over. 009732. Yes, we have it right there. 010928. Well, that. Okay. It's kind of a delayed reaction. Wanted to make sure all the numbers lined up there. Okay, I'm calling the numbers on the red slips. Okay, 011703. Oh, wait a minute. That is mine. It is mine. We're disqualifying that. We're giving it back. I can't win. I won years ago when they finally graduated me. My senior year, you know, that was the best 3 years of my life, really, here. At the 010835. Oh, woohoo! Okay, we've got one. Thank you. 010788. What about the what? Oh, what about the bus drivers? Yes, we've taken all the bus drivers out secretly. About the bus drivers. Oh, we have a winner? Okay, she was a winner. Okay, thank you. How many have we gotten here? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, 14. Let's start over. Okay. No. Just kidding. 012899. We have a winner. There we go. 012723. 012723. Oh, there we go. Was it a bus driver? Was that why it was? No. Okay, just checking. I wanted to make sure. Here we go. 010860. Oh, woo! Okay, we've got a woo. 17. Okay, this is number 17. We're only halfway there. Here we go. 009792. We have a woo. A bus driver. It's about time. Right. 012862. We have another winner up. That back row is getting up. Okay, here we go. 010951. Woo! Oh, excitement right here. $10. Mix them up there. You got them all mixed up. Get them all scrambled up. Here we go. 010954. Where? Oh, yes. The one that teaches sign language, I guess. Welcome to the contest. Okay, 011734. Yes, we've got a winner right here. 00962. Yes, we got him right here. 012908. Okay. 009762. See, I just called his number and he's already forgotten. I was just kidding. I tried to see if you were paying attention. After they win, they don't care, do they? Okay, that was a fake number. I was just talking. Did I get you caught up? That was a repeat. It was, okay. Is he confused now? We're okay. 012768. Oh, right here. Yes. Right over there. That's where it was. Okay, here we go. 009810. Yes, there we go. All right, we have 2 more, and then we're going to do them. Oh, 10 more. Okay, 012846. Oh, we've got a winner. Ah. Congratulations, 009728. We've got a woo over here. We're heading up to the mini pad. 011723. 0, that's the circle thing. Then 11723. Do we draw again? I guess so. Look at it real carefully, okay? 011723. Going once, twice. It's out of here. Here we go. Let's try this again. 012700. Did these people leave? What is the story? 012700. Okay. Oh, we have one. Oh, there we go. It's hard to count all the way up there. Okay, good. 010959. Right there. Good. Congratulations. How many more here we got? Keep going. Oh, keep going. Okay. 011702. Boy, there's a quiet crowd when we call a number. Oh, it's right here. Oh, she went. I'm sorry, I didn't hear that wave. It was kind of hard to.
3 more? 3? 4 more.
Okay, they say 4 more. Here we go. 010766. We have a woo. Okay. 011781. Yeah, baby. We got. Rex. It's just amazing what gets people excited. Yeah, baby. 011727. Right here. Good.
Last one for Great Heart.
And the last one for the gift certificate, 009742. Woo! Got it. Congratulations. Now,
iPad.
we have 2 mini iPads. Who wants to win this? Mix them way up there. We're going to mix them up. Now, if you don't yell within the first 5 seconds, it goes to Chris Gaddis and the foundation. Okay, no, here we go. For the first mini iPad, 010961. Congratulations! Congratulations. Who is that? Is that? And the final one, final mini iPad, 0. How many people are still in the running? Kind of. I want everybody that hasn't won to stand up, okay? And here we go. We'll see who's standing. Sit down if this isn't your number. 0, 1, 2, 8, so the numbers again are 0, 1, 2, 8, 0. Who's standing? Here we go. And it's 0, 1, 2, 8, 0, 0. Right here. Congratulations. Hey, let's have a warm round of applause for all of our winners. Great harvest bread, 2 mini pads. That's great. Thank you very much. Nice job. So, we know you've got a busy day tomorrow. Once again, please join me in welcoming Nick Brake as he tells you goodbye, okay? Here you go, Doc.
Well, Kirk, you are not only a community gem, you are a gem for our school system, and we're very proud to have you today. We want to give you a couple of gift cards.
Well, thank you.
And Miss Burnett noticed that you didn't have your red and black on today, so we came up with a little something to make sure that you were covered there. Let's thank Kirk. And I want to thank you once again for, there we go, victory. Thank you all for a great opening today. Again, I hope you have a great school year and wear our colors proudly. I know that I'm terribly excited. I know you are too. Wish you the best. Now, for all those 20-minute lunches that you're going to have to endure through the school year, report to your buildings at 1 o'clock and enjoy a nice long lunch today, because I know it gets tough from here on out. Thanks again. Have a great year.